if you've ever asked, when exactly was Jesus crucified? The answer isn't vague, it's specific, intentional, and full of meaning. According to the Hebrew calendar, Jesus was crucified on the 14th day of Nisan. It was no ordinary day. It was the day of preparation for the Passover, the day when Jewish families chose a spotless lamb to be sacrificed just before sunset, just before the feast began. That same day, on a Roman cross just outside the walls of Jerusalem, God chose his lamb. The Gospel of John tells us plainly, Jesus was condemned on the day of preparation. The Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, show Jesus sharing a Passover meal with his disciples the night before, which would make his crucifixion the following day, still 14 Nisan. Now, if you compare the Hebrew calendar with Roman history and astronomy, only 2 years match. AD 30, Friday, April 7th. AD 33, Friday, April 3rd. In both years, the 14th of Nisan fell on a Friday, the traditional day Christians recognize as Good Friday. But this was more than just good. This was the fulfillment of centuries of prophecy. From the very first Passover in Egypt, God was painting a picture, a lamb without blemish. Its blood spread on the doorposts, and when the angel of death passed through, those who were covered by the blood were saved. That was the shadow. Jesus was the substance. At the exact hour the Passover lambs were being slaughtered in the temple, Jesus was hanging on the cross. No bone broken, blood poured out, pierced for our transgressions. This wasn't random. This was divine timing. He didn't die during Passover by accident. He was the Passover. The Apostle Paul would later write, Christ, our Passover lamb, has been sacrificed. And here's the beautiful mystery. While the Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament, doesn't describe the crucifixion, it whispers it on every page. From the ram caught in the thicket with Abraham, to the blood over the doors in Egypt, to the suffering servant in Isaiah 53, wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. All of it was pointing forward to one day, the 14th of Nisan, the day when mercy and justice met, the day when sin was dealt with once and for all, the day when God said, "This is how far I'll go to bring you home." So when we look at the cross, don't just see a Roman execution, see a heavenly appointment, a calendar marked in eternity. Jesus didn't die for show. He died with precision, with purpose, on the very day the Lamb was meant to die, the 14th of Nisan. And now that moment calls out to every soul, will you let his blood cover you? Because what happened on that hill in Jerusalem wasn't just history, it was the turning point of the world, and it could be the turning point of your life. All you have to do is say yes.